12 years of war. 12 years since Emperor Shaddam IV was defeated, and Paul Muad'Dib's wild Fremen spread out across the universe, exterminating all that remained of the old Imperial armies, colonizing the planets of the known universe one by one under his rule, sweeping away anything and anyone who resisted. Millions have been defeated. Millions more have been slaughtered. There are no innocents anywhere. And the name of Muad'Dib is no longer a prayer. For many, it is now a curse.
Mercy of Muad'Dib offered all his enemies. The compassion of Muad'Dib.
Commander Farag, the conversions have begun. Anyone refusing the peace of Muad'Dib will be executed. So it is written.
You who deny the glory of Muad'Dib are condemned to death.
Sir, your son. He's been wounded.
I'm blind. Don't give me to the desert, Father. Please. Don't send me to die. Muad'Dib!
If history teaches us anything, it is simply this. Every revolution carries within it the seeds of its own destruction, and empires that rise will one day fall. Arrakis. Dune. Once the wasteland of the universe, now an imperial capital. For it is here and only here the giant worms still roam, creating spice. Still the greatest treasure in the universe. Still the cause of conspiracy, betrayal, and murder.
Muad'Dib, I don't suppose you feel it's necessary to inform me when you go on these walkabouts?
You'd only try and stop me. Again.
The streets are full of danger, Muad'Dib.
Truth is in the streets still, not in this parade of sycophants who flutter around this palace with their meaningless statistics and empty ritual.
Ritual is the way by which men are enlightened, Muad'Dib.
Tell me, Korba, when was it you reinvented yourself from Fremen Fedaykin to religious fanatic?
The day you defeated Shaddam and his armies, Muad'Dib. The day I saw the future.
The city's filled with adventurers, Muad'Dib. Not to mention agents for the Spacing Guild, the Bene Gesserit, and the former Imperial family.
Surely they conspire to something a little more elegant than assassination on the streets of Arrakeen.
You are vulnerable, Muad'Dib. No matter how powerful you have become, you cannot escape this simple fact.
You're right about one thing still. There is no escape. Janie.
I'm not asleep.
I thought the doctor said you were supposed to rest.
As long as you insist on wandering the city like some off-world pilgrim, I will never be able to rest.
Are you going to lecture me too? While I was walking, I stepped in a puddle. An open pool of water in the street.
Muad'Dib has brought many wonders to Arrakis. The people say.
Muad'Dib spends water like a madman, that's what they say, Cheney. The old Fremen. I hear them in the streets when I walk. We've become water fat. They resent the wonders I've brought to their desert. They resent me. You know what I'd pay to end these wars? Separate myself from this damnable myth I've become.
What's to stop you? Command it, Muad'Dib. After all, you are the Emperor.
Even if I vanished tomorrow, the revolution would follow my ghost.
This is not a clean place. It's time to return to the desert. We were happy there.
Father.
I'm waiting.
And I'm ready. To know the future is to be trapped by it. But knowing there's a trap is the first step in evading it.
It's the first step along the golden path.
I'm the answer. I'm ready, Father. And I'm ready, Father.
The answer's standing right in front of you. the golden path.
Is there no other way?
Everywhere we turn, his power confronts us. He's a curse.
He's a messiah. You can't launch a frontal attack on a messiah. Even if you succeed, their martyrdom remains. But he is human, and because he is human, he has his weaknesses.
So, what do you suggest, Princess?
Something subtle, something unexpected.
A ghost, perhaps.
May I introduce our friend, Reverend Mother, Side-Tail of the Talaxu?
Get to the point, Vencesia. I haven't traveled all the way to the edge of the universe to discuss nonsense with a face dancer.
No, you Bene Gesserit are desperate to regain control of Muad'Dib's bloodline, and because you want to break his monopoly on spice.
He who controls the spice controls the universe. As long as Muad'Dib controls Arrakis, we are all at his mercy.
And that's why I intend to destroy that domination and return the Imperial throne to the planet Catane and the Carino family where it rightfully belongs.
Face dancers, sex toys, musicians, technicians. Whatever the need, we have the breed.
Good gods.
Good chemistry is more like it.
Duncan Idaho.
Yes, the Atreides hero. Paul Muad'Dib's most beloved friend and teacher.
But Idaho is dead. Killed by your father's Sardaukar.
Even in defeat, my father's men did not abandon wisdom, Reverend Mother. A few precious pieces of Idaho's ruined flesh. Hidden away, saved, awaiting just the right time, the right place.
Perfect duplicate. Perfect Gola.
Perfect gift for a lonely emperor. A time bomb waiting for the trigger to explode.
You intend to kill Muad'Dib?
Exactly.
But that will mean chaos. Spice production will be disrupted.
Learn the lesson my father ignored. It's not who controls the spice, but who has the ability to disrupt the spice who controls the universe.
But what makes you think Muad'Dib will ever accept this? Ghost.
I'm leaving it up to the Spacing Guild.
And what of the trigger? The device to set the time bomb off?
Leave that to me.
Test after test, and still nothing. I'm healthy, strong. No matter what they do, the doctors can't find the reason why I am unable to conceive.
What does Muad'Dib say?
Muad'Dib is afraid. He fears for me if I have another child.
He may be right to fear. Someone has been feeding you a poison. It's the only possibility left.
But the doctors have never found evidence.
They wouldn't. Its traces are subtle, confusing, of the most sophisticated chemistry, beyond their knowledge. Surely from off-world. But there are remedies. The ancient Fremen diet, which might overcome the contraceptive's effects. But it's dangerous. You would be required to eat greater and greater quantities of spice. And if you conceive, it will accelerate your pregnancy. But the question remains, who has been able to feed you the contraceptives for so long?
Be that as it may, this is a question that cannot be delayed any longer. The great houses are still demanding that a constitution be on the agenda at the next convention of the Landsraad.
It's nothing but a ruse, contrived by enemies of House Atreides to conceal far more sinister motives.
Perhaps we could offer the appearance of a constitution. Something ceremonial. It doesn't need to be real. Deceit, after all, is a legitimate tool of statecraft.
Bravo, sister-in-law. I couldn't have said it better.
Yes, perhaps something at the local level. Something impotent, virtually meaningless.
No! Atreides' power must never be marginalized by the chaos of democracy. I'm sure my brother agrees.
Father.
I'm waiting. You must decide.
It's the first step. You can't wait along the golden path. The answer's standing right in front of you. But you must decide.
Alia knows my mind. I forbid a constitution. Order in council this day, etc., etc. Irulan, are you taking this down?
Yes, my lord.
We will deliver the formal declaration when the guild ambassador arrives to present his credentials. Then, if there's nothing more.
A guild embassy, Muad'Dib, on Arrakis. The Council of Naives won't like this, Muad'Dib. We remember well how the guild brought those who oppressed us. How they blackmailed us for spice to keep our secrets from our enemies.
Think I've forgotten still?
This decision troubles me, Muad'Dib. There's something reckless about it.
Not reckless. Necessary. You will know my reasons soon enough. Now, I trust you'll convince the Naibs of the wisdom in this.
A guild ambassador, here on Arrakis. Muad'Dib's decision strikes some as mysterious, even dangerous. But Muad'Dib never does anything without reason.
I should spill your water on the sand for what you've done. I know it was you, Irulan.
You're the only one who could have hidden the poison.
Don't lie. You will insult me if you lie.
It is my right to bear the royal heir.
It is your duty to play a role, nothing more.
I am his wife.
You have his name. I am the one he calls wife.
Do you think you are the only woman who truly loves him?
No. But he loves.
I could cuckold him. Dare him to expose me.
Cuckold him all you like. As long as you're discreet. He won't deny you. But no child, Iran. Ever.
So, what do you think, Tyaknik? Does my little prince have what it takes to lead a Sardaukar army one day?
There are many ways to lead an army, princess. Being a warrior is only one of them. And not necessarily the best.
Prince Viradin, your turn.
Muad'Dib's decision to accept a guild ambassador is causing much unrest on Arrakis.
Good. Once the face dancer is insinuated into Muad'Dib's palace, we shall light the fuse, and the Idaho Gola will do its work.
Mom? Mommy?
What is this?
I'm sorry, princess.
A future emperor crying?
I don't want to be an emperor. Let someone else do it.
Nonsense. Wipe your tears. Here. Getting all over me now. All right, now go back to your men. Go back. Go. Do you want the men to see you crying? Do you want them to think that you're weak?
I don't care.
Well, I do. So now you will go back. And this time, you will do it properly, won't you?
Commander Farak, hero of the Naraj campaign. I bring you greetings from your new friends on Seleucus Secundus.
Hurry. The eyes of Muad'Dib are everywhere. These are seats once occupied in siege by Muad'Dib. During the days when he taught us the weirding way.
It is some time since you've seen him.
I think he's forgotten I ever existed.
He's blind. Your son.
At the Battle of Naraj. I wonder if Muad'Dib knows how many have been maimed in his name. I couldn't leave him to the desert. Even I violated the old laws.
The laws of men have gone. The laws of a god have replaced them.
We were a noble people once. We had a proper siege. I owned a crysknife. My own share of spice. I was a rider of worms. And then Muad'Dib came. With his witch mother. And he promised to fulfill Liet's prophecy. And we followed.
And you joined his jihad.
Do you know why? I heard there was a thing called a sea. Men came back from Muad'Dib's wars and they said they had seen it.
And did you find your sea?
It healed me of jihad. Now I'm ready to help rid the universe of the cancer that is Muad'Dib.
And that is Othium's daughter.
Lichna. If you bring her to Muad'Dib, he will never refuse to see her.
I was hoping that's what you'd say. Lichna. I will enjoy being called Lichna.
What is the meaning of this?
Helen Gaius Moium of the Bene Gesserit. You have violated Muad'Dib's eternal order never to set foot on Arrakis again.
I am not on Arrakis. I am in free space.
There is no such thing as free space where Muad'Dib rules.
Base myself before the Emperor.
We welcome you to our court, Edric of the Spacing Guild, and to a new understanding between us.
Please allow me the honor of presenting His Majesty with a small token of our esteem. According to our investigators, this one was killed here on Arrakis. The body recovered after the unfortunate conflict between houses Atreides and Harkonnen. Terrible wounds required many months of regrowth by Tlaxu technicians. We acquired him as a gift befitting an emperor.
What is your name, Gola?
They say it was Duncan Idaho.
Idaho is dead. This thing is a horror! Send him away!
And do you enjoy the name?
It stirs up curious feelings.
You don't know who you are?
I know nothing of my past, sire.
How was this one trained?
It amused the Tlaxu to train him as a mentat.
I beg you, my lord.
Let me take its water.
Find quarters in the keep for the Gola still. We accept this gift in the spirit with which it was given.
Majesty, there is the matter of Reverend Mother Mohaim. She was removed from our Highliner by your agents in violation of our neutrality.
Be careful, Ambassador. To be neutral is to be indifferent. You would do well to disassociate yourself from those who have proven they're not.
As you will learn, Edric, my sister has the pulse of the court. Be advised.
Reverend Mother, I shudder to see you in such circumstances.
I've been in worse.
Do the cards answer all your questions?
Answers only breed more questions.
What is important is how one navigates between the two.
So, you haven't forgotten everything we taught you. Has the Emperor explained why I am to be detained?
He has not confided in me, Reverend Mother. But I hope it will not be too long.
We understand. The Sisterhood is aware of my delay.
They have changed your schedule in light of the situation.
I'll be patient then. You seem to be adapting to life here quite well.
I have made my peace with it.
I hope your training has been a help.
A comfort.
One day, even Muad'Dib will know the good you have done. For us all.
You know how dangerous that was?
11 blades, Paul! 11! Some of the finest swordsmen in the Imperium have never gone up against more than 9.
An experienced swordsman would never have been so reckless.
This is why you invaded my privacy? To disapprove of my recklessness.
Spice gatherers found a body in the desert.
A young woman. A Fremen.
Fremen?
Decapitated. And her hands removed.
So someone's afraid she'd be found before the desert does its work.
I want you to examine the scene the way our mother taught us. You will take the Golden Mentat with you. I assume you can handle him.
I should arrange the Thopter.
Poison!
How can you tell?
The molting of the skin? Clearly the effect of rapid neurological atrophy. A Tailaxu specialty.
Tailaxu? Face dancers.
This is a dead Fremen girl, my lady. What if there are no women reported missing amongst the Fremen?
Othium's daughter, my lord.
Dishna.
It's been many years since I've seen you.
And my father. I must beg Muad'Dib's forgiveness for this intrusion, but I'm the smoke who banishes sleep in the night.
Sit. Deliver your warning, then.
You must visit my father. As soon as possible, my lord. There is a plot against you.
There are many plots against me.
This is a Fremen plot, Majesty. My father has information for you. But he's weak. He's sick. He needs you to visit so he can tell you.
Why didn't he tell you so you could tell me?
He feared I might be captured before seeing you. If I know nothing, I can divulge nothing.
I leave for Othium's tonight.
Othium has missed his old friend.
A face dancer. Good one, too.
Let me take its water.
No, still. This must play out the way I've seen it.
Cursed be thy name, Atreides. Your time has finally come.
Korba! The stone burner is set and ready.
Let the others know of it. Muad'Dib is in the streets. Go.
So you come then.
We meet again, Muad'Dib.
Answering the call of the Fedaykin. I carry your water burden, Othium. Command me.
Oh, I've got the spitting disease in Tower Hill. The tribe will take my water soon.
Let me summon my doctors.
We've had doctors. As good as any Muad'Dib could provide.
There is treachery, Muad'Dib. I'm ashamed to say it. Fremen plot against you. They want time to stop. They want things the way they used to be. Bijaz has told me their names. He was a gift to me after our victories in Terra Hell.
I am a person, not a gift. Cheap to feed, but costly to fill. Empty me as you will, sire.
He always prattles on like that. He's a good spy, though. You should take him tonight. Our enemies will simply think I'm selling him to you because I need money.
To be gone is to be bygone. Let bygones be bygones. And BJ's and Muad'Dib must be gone by now.
He's right, Muad'Dib. It's not safe for you to be here.
These are troubled times, old friend.
No. It was better when we were alone in the desert. With only the Harkonnen as our enemies.
There's a thin line between enemy and friend. Where that line stops, there's no beginning and no end. bygones be bygones. Let them fall where they may. This has been a dirty day. The wind speaks of demons.
That is not the wind.
Stone burner. Don't look at it, my lord! You can't look at it!
It was in the old quarter. Stoneburner for sure.
What about Muad'Dib?
We are just entering the area now.
Lord, is that you? Here! Come over here! Take this one and get him to the keep immediately.
Your eyes.
Do it, Fedaykin. Do it now!
This way!
My lord. Your eyes.
My eyes are gone still.
Muad'Dib. My gods! Muad'Dib.
Calm still. They blinded my body, but not my vision. There are men who need your help, Fedaykin! Here! And here!
The law! Muad'Dib!
We live by Atreides' law now still. None of these men are to be taken out into the desert. Anyone who wants is to be fitted with Tleilaxu eyes.
Without eyes yet he sees. He has sight without eyes.
For our son.
How long have you known?
I've always known. It was just a matter of when. Forgive me, Janie. There was no way I could spare us this. I waited as long as I could. We will return to our desert, my love. To the siege, where our son will be born.
I'm afraid, Marty. I suddenly feel like we have so little time.
We have eternity.
You have eternity. I have only now.
So you are Bijaz.
Would I were bijou and not be jazz? A jewel is prettier than a horse's ass.
You're a mockery, then. A trick of nature meant to confuse and annoy.
Annoy, yes. Confuse, no. Is wind a trick?
Then you're the wind.
No, I am words in the wind. Words that are names. Names that are death. He knows.
What does he mean?
What I mean is what I say, and what I say is what I mean. Time for accounting, unless you come just to mock me.
My brother says you know the names of the traitors.
Poor Muad'Dib, poor Bijaz. Betrayed and betrayed together at last.
You will give me the names of those who would betray us.
Very well then, let's start with your priests.
He has another agenda.
How do you know?
I sense it.
Senses are dangerous. They can be fooled.
Only a machine functions without senses. Are you a machine, Gola?
I'm a mentat. I trust only logic and statistics.
Not mysticism and prophecy. My brother had a mentat teacher who talked like that.
Howard.
You remember?
You did that on purpose.
You remember?
No. I feel. There is a difference.
Is there? It frightens you, doesn't it? The memory. You're afraid you'll remember who you were.
No Gola has ever been restored to his former being, child.
I'm no child. I awakened to consciousness in my mother's womb. I have memories of many women alive inside of me. I know what they knew. I feel what they felt. But I can handle it. Can you?
Palace Fedaykin are everywhere. By the time Alia's through, a common pickpocket won't be safe.
Fools even had a stone burner and they couldn't succeed.
Our spies have no idea who was responsible. It could have been Fremen rebels from the deep desert. It could have been an element within the Kisrit itself. We may never know.
What about Saitael?
He maintains his masquerade.
And the dwarf?
Confined to the keep. No one knows where.
Then our plan is still in place.
He's alive.
Gurney, tell me he's alive.
He is alive. But he's blind. It was a stone burner. Still got suspects Fremen.
Alia? Cheney?
All safe.
Blind. Blind.
There are rumors that Paul can still see, despite his blindness. Vision sight. They say it's a miracle.
Another brick for the myth of Muad'Dib.
My lady?
Make arrangements with the Guild Ambassador for immediate transport to Arrakis.
I don't think that would be
It
wise.
was only a matter of time before this happened. Might not be long before it happens again.
And you would not want to encourage it. Ah, forgive me, my lady. But those who would rid themselves of Muad'Dib would only be more provoked by the arrival of his mother. If Paul needs you, he would surely send for you.
We go forward, we come back. We go forward, we come back.
Don't be afraid, Father. The answer's right in front of you.
The golden path.
But you must decide.
It's the only way.
What troubles you, my lord? The future. You're drunk on too much time. And drunk on too much me. You know how many people have died since I became emperor? Even your empire must live its time, and then die. That's why you're here, isn't it? Is that what you've seen? In your visions? It's obvious to anyone who can see. It's what the Tleilaxu have written upon you. To kill me. What is it still?
I have just received word from Seleucus Secundus. Shaddam is dead.
Very generous of Muad'Dib to permit his wife to attend the funeral of his mortal enemy.
And how grateful you must be for the safety my sacrifice assured our father. And you.
Not one major house represented, not one.
Muad'Dib would not allow any formal delegations, milady. As far as he was concerned, your father died the day he was defeated on Arrakis.
Father was the 81st Padishah Emperor, a colossus. I mean, who's this bastard Atreides but some Bedouin charlatan?
Do not underestimate the power of Muad'Dib's prescience, milady. Your father did, to his great misfortune.
My father was betrayed by you and your simpering spacing guild. And those witches of the Bene Gesserit. And for what? For spice. You abandon your emperor for spice.
We cannot guide our ships without it, milady.
And that is why you will help me kidnap a worm and bring it here.
I mean no disrespect, princess, but take a worm from Arrakis?
Even if the Idaho Gola succeeds, there is still the sister to contend with. We must be prepared with other means to diminish the Atreides' power.
You want to bring a worm here?
Seleucus Secundus might prove hospitable to the great worms of Arrakis. If they thrived, a new spice cycle could begin. And
Atreides' monopoly would be broken.
plans within plans.
If Muad'Dib ever suspected such a gambit, he would smash this planet and the Corino name into oblivion.
We're already in oblivion. Kidnap a worm from Arrakis.
The spice must flow.
Get out of the way!
The doctors say her metabolism has accelerated. Pregnancy is proceeding faster than normal. It will be a dangerous birth.
I'm sorry. I distracted you.
If only you could distract me forever.
My body is confusing me, Muad'Dib. My life burns faster. I'm so hungry. Always hungry.
Make arrangements still. We leave for the siege as soon as possible. The baby will be born there. Inform my sister.
How long have you been there?
Long enough.
Are you sick, my lady?
You don't know what it's like to hunt the future.
You've taken spice. Too much.
My brother needs me, Duncan. And my vision is incomplete. I need to remember. I need to remember the future.
I'm going to summon doctors.
No. Don't leave me. I just need to...
I can't move. What are you doing to me?
I ain't playing. You were made to be played. Like Opium. Poor fellow. We had a terrific struggle with you. The flesh did not want to come back.
You are Tailaxu.
Born and bred. In the same tank. Just we two. In the same tank. First me, then you. Then you.
You were trying to bring out the violence in me.
Oh no. Not yet. The script is written. But the stage is not set. But one day soon, the Emperor will come to you. A mask of grief obscuring his face. A mask of grief. And he'll say, she's gone. She is gone. And then you will finally know what you're expected to do. She is gone.
She is gone, Duncan.
Now it's time to forget what you remember when day becomes night. Forgetting is not having till the words are right.
What do you see with those eyes?
What everyone sees.
We're leaving for the siege this morning.
And I'm be left behind.
Appropriate, I'd say, considering what you've done.
I never meant to hurt Jane. Or you, I just...
I've given orders no harm is to come to you. No matter what happens.
Is she...
She's well. For the moment. I've been cruel to you, Erilyn.
I don't want your pity.
I'm offering none. Simply telling you the truth. You were destined. Condition I understand only too well. Destined to be used.
By you?
By your father. By the Bene Gesserit, by the Spacing Guild. To protect them from me. And they'll get their wish. Though not exactly as they'd like.
Understand.
The time of plots and revenge is coming to an end. You must have a chance to find peace. I'm going to give you that chance. It's ironic. But your selfish, clumsy attempts to mother an imperial heir actually prolonged Janie's life. And for that, I'm grateful. Forever.
Muad'Dib, is it truly necessary to bring the face dancers and the dwarves?
They have their parts to play still, just like you and me. Janie and I will take this one.
Muad'Dib?
I know the way better than anyone else still. Except perhaps you. You must remain here, as we agreed. Time to settle accounts.
What's the meaning of this?
plotted against Muad'Dib, Korba. You conspired against your emperor. You're under arrest for treason.
I am a Fremen. I demand to be judged by Fremen law.
You will be, Korba. You will be.
I used to hunt these here when I was little.
It's amazing, the simple pleasures one has as a child. But the desert is leaving now, taking simple pleasure with it. I wonder if my father would approve of the future he inspired.
A storm comes, my lady.
I am a desert creature, Gola. I know when to hide.
Paul said he would join you as soon as the Naib Council is concluded.
You called him Paul. Is Atreides' name?
I did. A memory intruded where none should have been.
Then there are more. And it frightens you. Duncan's memories. They scare you.
Are they Duncan's memories? Or the inventions of those who made me?
When the moment comes to decide, you will know.
My lady.
was the birth, my lord. They said her body was drained by the speed of it.
These are your children, Muad'Dib. Both are alive and strong.
Children?
Twins, my lord. A boy and a girl.
I never saw children.
Muad'Dib.
Beloved, forgive me. There are some things no one can bear. Problems in this universe for which there are no answers. For which nothing can be done, nothing. I'm sorry.
Nothing in this universe is as great as my love for you.
I can't see.
My lord? My lord!
She's gone. She is gone, Duncan. She is gone. This was the moment you came back to me, Duncan.
Stay where you are, both of you. I warn you, a face dancer can move faster than you can possibly imagine.
So, it is truly you, Duncan Idaho of the Atreides. A Gola can regain his past. Tell me, what do you remember?
Tell him. Everything. My childhood, my youth, my death.
We did it. Majesty, don't you see what this means? You can have her back again. Your beloved Cheney. The proof is standing right in front of you. We can restore the flesh and the spirit. We can recreate her.
This was your plan all along.
Plots within plots, my lord. You should know this better than anyone. We've been trying for decades to achieve this. Make an alliance with us, Muad'Dib. The Telexu. Let us restore your beloved Janie. Live content and safe for the rest of your life. With her, with your children, with her, with your children.
My lord, please don't listen to this blasphemy.
Don't move, Duncan, Idaho. You kill me, and you're killing Muad'Dib's children. You can feel it, can't you, Muad'Dib? Can't you? You can hear her.
I'm afraid, Muad'Dib.
Calling your name.
Muad'Dib. Muad'Dib.
Father. Don't be afraid, Father.
I'm here, Father, as you knew I would be. We go forward, we go back. Don't be afraid. We're pre-born, my sister and I. Thanks to our mother and the spice. Thanks to you.
Father, yes, it is me.
We go forward, we go back. Father, we are pre-born, my sister and I. Thanks to you. My eyes. Let me see for you.
I can do it. I can bring her back to you.
Use my eyes, Father, use them. My eyes, let me see for you. Let me see for you. My eyes, Father, use them.
I can do it. I can bring her back. Let us give you back your love.
They're safe, Muad'Dib.
I meddled in the future. In all possible futures. Trying to create them. Instead, they created me. And I became trapped by it.
Yes, but knowing there's a trap is the first step in evading it. The first step along the golden path. Don't be afraid, Father. The answer is right in front of you.
Finally, I am free.
History is written on the sands of Arrakis. Those who wished an end to House Atreides have failed. No longer an emperor, no longer a god. A simple blind Fremen wanders alone into the desert to die.
They say he has gone on a journey. Into the land where men walk without footprints. He will not be found. Yet all men will find him.
I wonder if that's what he wanted. I need you, Duncan. More than ever. Stay with me.
Muad'Dib is gone, but his children remain, and conspiracies continue to breed. The saga of Dune is far from over.